What's up Multiverse, Dr. Dave here and welcome to the Geek Lounge. On today's video we're going to be looking at our first ever Youtooz here on the channel, and I'll give you a hint, check the t-shirt. Though now I think about it, you guys are actually here because of the title and or thumbnail of the video, meaning you actually know what the Youtooz already are, so I guess in the great words of Tristan aka Top Pops, yeah, I'm not going to shout it, it's Youtooz time. And here we go guys, the Attack on Titan Youtooz. I'm really excited to get into these. Firstly, it's the first Youtooz that we're actually checking out here on the channel. And secondly, these have shipped really early. When I pre-ordered these, I don't even know when it was quite a long time ago. I think it was actually when they were first announced, but I'm pretty certain it said they were going to be shipping between mid-June and mid-July, and they actually arrived 2 weeks ago. But, and there is a but, you guys will know that she is missing. Mikasa has actually not arrived, and I didn't realize it till I literally pulled these out the box to do this video. So it's a little bit annoying, but I can't complain the fact that these have been shipped so early, but she has still not arrived. I have contacted Youtooz to, you know, see what's going on, because there's no kind of like login thing on their website. You don't really have an account or anything, so I couldn't really track the order. The only thing you can track is a delivery, and it showed this was delivered. But in the email, it did show that these were there. And at first I was like, man, maybe I didn't actually order Mikasa. But then I checked the original pre-order email and she was in there. So yeah, I've contacted Youtooz. Hopefully they'll get back to me in a day or two just to let me know that, you know, Mikasa is coming. You know, maybe she'll ship during those kind of regular time frames, and I was just really lucky to get these early. But do not fret, because we do still have a bonus Youtooz to look at. Well, I say it's bonus, it's nothing, well, it's special to me, but it's nothing special in terms of rarity or anything like that. I just got it with my order because I am also a huge fan of this show. It is the Narcos, and it's actually the board, what do you call it, meme? Because that's kind of what Youtooz were. They're now starting to get into these, you know, these more bigger franchises, I guess is the better word to use. Before they were kind of really doing like YouTube stars and things like that, you know, influencers and then memes. And this was really kind of that board meme. I was about to say Borg for some reason, saying Star Trek. Board meme from Narcos when Pablo Escobar is pretty bored. I'm trying to remember, is it in season 1 or season 2? It's been so long since I've actually seen Narcos. It's pretty cool as well. These all came in Youtooz protectors. I was about to say pop protectors, but I guess they're actually Youtooz protectors. I've actually started pulling this one out of its sleeve though, which is a little bit annoying because I wanted to show you guys the sleeve before we take it off and then look at the figure. But this was a very funny moment. Like I said, I can't remember if it was season 1 or season 2 in Narcos, but everyone's gone from the ranch and he's there by himself, and yeah, he's pretty bored. The figure there, as you guys can see, is bored. The only thing I would say about these Youtooz, you know, it's the same with the Attack on Titan ones. Because of the eyes, I feel they always look a bit happier, even though he has got the sad face there, they just look a bit happier. If we go around the box, I mean, this is definitely not a kid's toy. As you guys can see, some white powder there, we all know what it is, with a knife. We go to the back, we've kind of got like a classified style document with the white powder crossing over again, and then some bullets, a paper clip, as you guys can see there as well. Kind of really goes with the show. And then if we pop the sleeve off, as you guys can see, there is the figure. We will obviously be taking closer looks at these as well. I just wanted to have a look at this in person. Man, that is pretty cool. It's even got the actor, I forget his name, Brazilian actor, brilliant. He was in those 2 Brazilian films. Again, I'm forgetting the name. What were they? They were really cool as well, but I thought he was brilliant. I read somewhere that he learned Spanish in like 3 weeks for the role, so you know, that's truly amazing. But if we kind of go around the box, there's an image there of him, you know, I guess really is the image of the figure, and then it shows it from a different angle where he's sitting there in his kitchen. The quote on the back is, "When you're still waiting for your friends." And then there was another one at the side here, "Waiting is boring." And then I believe there's always one under the flap as well, "Still waiting en español." as you guys can see there. But let's now pull this figure out and take a closer look at it. And look at that, guys. How cool is that figure? These are the first Youtooz I've purchased, so, you know, I'm getting to look at these figures in person for the very first time. They are so cool. I mentioned him at the beginning of the video, Tristan, aka Top Pops, and, you know, he's kind of the one who's really got me into these Youtooz. He shows many of them off on his channel. He's obviously got his own one. I think his plush is actually still available on the website, or at least it was at the time I was filming this video. But yeah, I just love the detail on this. As we are going around now, he's got the wings, the, you know, the grey hair. He's sitting there on his chair with his tracksuit pants, tracksuit top, trainers. Not really too much going on at the back. I mean, I guess Youtooz are similar to Funko Pops in that regard, that most of the detail is at the front. So if we swing back round to the front, as I mentioned before, I do always feel the Youtooz eyes kind of make the figures look a little bit more happy, and he's certainly not happy. He's very bored, but you can make out the kind of sad kind of face there, or sad mouth we should say, to an extent. And I love the breakfast table. You guys can't see this, but the breakfast table does actually move away, and then you can obviously see his trainers and how his hands are kind of positioned if you move the table away. But I love even the detail there on the table. You know, he's got a bowl with a spoon. The telephone is there for any calls. Then some napkins, as well as some salt as well, which is pretty cool. It's just a really nice looking figure. I'm really happy to have picked this up. Like I said, loved Narcos. Really want them to go back and do more seasons of Colombia. I'm not sure, you know, how feasible it is, what stories they've got to tell. Still need to watch the latest season of Narcos Mexico, but I will be getting to that very soon. Yeah, not a lot else to say than this figure's super cool. And now onto the AOT figures, guys. I was thinking, who should I start with, but who better than the man himself, Aeron Yeager. It is, of course, when he is younger, before he's become this genocidal maniac, if that's a fair term to use. I mean, I've never really seen someone nominated as best protagonist and best antagonist in the same show. But I think that's what Crunchyroll did. These sleeves are really sticking inside these protectors. What I think we'll do, actually, we'll take each one out of the protector, look at the box, and then we'll look at each figure one after the other, kind of do it that way. So let me put the sleeve back on then, so I can just show that off to you guys. There is Aeron Yeager. Again, like I was saying, it kind of makes these figures look a bit happier, because he has got the mouth open, but the eyes, I always kind of feel they just make the figure look a bit happier than he is. Going round, really, it is just like Wall Maria, essentially. I think it's really just a map of the inside, really, to be perfectly honest. Attack on Titan there on the back. So not really too much sort of going on there. It's some nice detail, some nice some artwork, but probably the Pablo Escobar board one was a little bit better. But let's now take the sleeve off, and there is the figure, guys. Don't worry, we are going to be taking a closer look at it. I know there's probably a little bit of glare there from the light. As for the quotes, we have "Fight to live, risk it all for even a glimmer of real freedom," if you guys can make that out there. On the back it says, "I want to become a member of the Scouts and slaughter every Titan that crosses my path," which, yeah, I guess in the end didn't quite come to fruition, but yeah, I won't say any more, especially for those who haven't seen it, and or you know, haven't at least caught up to the current point. And inside, that's the way it is. Pardon me, that's the way it is. If you can't handle the pressure, you've got to leave. I can't really say I remember these quotes too much. It is from a few seasons ago, like I said, when he was younger. He is, of course, now grown up. Well, he's in a completely different state right now, but again, I'm not going to talk too much, especially for those who you know, have not caught up to the current point of this season. Let's go with Armin next, his childhood friend. Another cool character from the series. Again, I think the sleeve is probably going to be stuck in here, so let's get that out. I mean, it's like well and truly wedged in there, so let me pop that on. I think Aeron as well, I didn't actually show that off, is number 0 in the collection. So let me show the Armin box off to you guys. That is a picture of the figure there, and it is actually the exact same. Well, I believe it's exactly the same. Just actually having a look now. Yeah, pretty much looks the same as the Aeron box. So I think all the box designs are the same. I did actually just notice there at the bottom the kind of Youtooz eyes as well. That is pretty cool. If we then pop the sleeve off, there is the figure, as you guys can see. As for the quotes on the side here, we have "What we fight, we become. Fire with fire." That is a pretty cool quote. The one on the back, "Whether we like to admit it or not, the fact is this: to rise above monsters, we have to abandon our humanity." Another really cool quote. I suppose Armin does come up with a lot of cool quotes. He is number 2, if you guys can see that there in the collection. And as for the quote on the flap, that's the irony, really. If you can't let it go, it's not worth holding on to. Some really more sage advice from one of the kind of smartest characters in the series. We'll go with Levi next. Arguably the best character in the series, certainly the most popular. And if we can get him out, we can. Back to the sleeve. These are always stuck in there. I suppose it's pretty good. It protects everything quite well if it's nice and truly wedged in there. So just pop that back on, try not to damage anything. So there is the glam shot there on the front number. Oh no, stupid me, the number is actually on the inside. Again, the same artwork going all the way around the box there, as you guys can see. And then if we pull the sleeve off, there is the figure. Very, very cool looking. Can't wait to take a closer look at this one. And his quotes are, "Make ready, people, we're going on patrol." I guess pretty common there, nothing too kind of grandiose. "In the end, you choose what you chose." Wait, hold on. "In the end, you chose what you chose. If afterwards your regrets are at a minimum, good for you." That's a pretty cool one. I have to say, I don't really remember when a lot of these were said. Now that I think about it, are there any massively famous quotes anyway in Attack on Titan? I'm not too sure. I mean, to be honest, I've actually watched the show. I've never watched it in English. I've always watched it subtitled. I will go back and watch it dubbed once it's all finished. That's kind of what I've committed to do. And then the quote on the inside is, "You know, personally, I think nothing instills discipline like pain," which very much sounds like Levi. And there he is, number 3 in the collection. So I'm probably thinking Mikasa then is number 1. If Aeron was 0 and Armin is number 2. I mean, the Colossal Titan, I suppose, could be, but that would probably be a little bit weird. So let's now pop him out and show you guys as well. I'm interested to see what the quotes are on this one. Now, he's actually coming out with the sleeve on, so that is pretty cool. There is the image. I really can't wait to take a look at this one because the glam shots look really, really cool. He's, you know, he's staring over the wall from that very first episode. Again, the box art is just the same for all of these. I'm not sure if that's the case for all the franchises. I suppose it makes sense. I haven't bought anything else, but there are others there. What is there? There's like South Park, Avatar, a few others that I am pretty interested in, but let's pop the sleeve off of the Colossal Titan here. Yeah, that's now tightly on the figure. That's probably why it came out easily out of the sleeve. But yeah, guys, this figure looks really cool. I can't wait to take a closer look at that one. And what we've then got on the sides are the Jaws of Hell reopen. Yeah, I don't know who necessarily says that. Is it Bertold? I'm not really sure. In the year, okay, so on the back here, this is more like a kind of description, like the story or whatnot. In the year 845, 2 terrifying new breeds of Titan appeared, the Colossal and the Armoured, barreling through the outer walls as if wholesale destruction was child's play. As you guys can see that there. I don't actually think I showed the sides off of some of the other figures, so apologies for that, but it really is just a glam shot. And then as for the quote inside the flap, before you can even catch your breath, you're between its teeth. Maybe that was said by one of the Scout members, I'm not entirely sure, but some pretty cool quotes all around. But you know what, guys, we've had a look at the box art, we've had a look at the quotes enough. Let's now get a closer look at the figures. And we'll just keep to the same order, so starting with Aeron, and look at that, guys. It's a really, really cool figure. Youtooz always have these eyes, that is their kind of trademark, but I love how they've done the mouth, even though it is kind of like a painted on thing, but the detail is really, really cool. These are pricier than Funko Pops, but it kind of makes sense because there is a bit more detail to them, if I'm being honest. Not to knock Funko Pops, I love Funko Pops, I've got over 1,000 of them, but I do really like the details in this. As you guys can see, the Survey Corps logo there on the side. He's got the swords, the air canister, this, I'm trying to think what they were called. It's like the omnidirectional, I always kind of forget the exact name of everything, but the detail in it, it's really, really good. They're better than the Funko Pops. To be fair though, the Attack on Titan Funko Pops are really quite old, or at least the Aeron and Mikasa ones. There are new ones supposedly coming, probably will be announced quite soon actually, with Funkoeen going on at the moment. This one again is really cool. Armin does look really happy here, but he has got the smile to go with those Youtooz eyes, so he looks very, very happy. I guess he's holding maps, right? That would kind of make the most sense. You know, he's like a tactician. He's very wise. I mentioned it earlier. He gives a lot of sage advice. He even becomes the... Well, actually, you know what? Let's not... I said I wouldn't spoil too many things, so let's kind of shut up about what happens in the story and just admire the figure as we are going around. Again, the Survey Corps logo there on the back. Just some really nice detail in the outfit, the typical Survey Corps outfit, at least with the brown jackets. Could they have done something else? Because when we get to Levi in just a second, he also has the brown jacket. Could we have maybe got the, like one of the figures with a green poncho? Maybe, but, you know, I really am just nitpicking. It's still a really, really cool figure. Love the hair as well on Armin. Same as Aeron, I didn't mention it either. Just, yeah, I know I need to stop saying cool, but I can't help it. These figures are really cool. And I'm going to say cool again, not just because of how cool the figure itself is, but how cool the character is as well. It is Levi, and he does look a little bit more kind of concerned maybe, or it doesn't quite capture his badassery, if that's a word. I'm just actually seeing that it does appear to be a little bit of a mark on the nose, but it's not too bad. But the Youtooz eyes don't necessarily make him look happier. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. But I love the pose there with the swords. The outfit is a little bit different to the others, so that is pretty cool. There is a little bit of a variation, but like I said, would have been cool to see one of the ponchos as well as we are going round. It is the same uniform though, you know, that brown jacket with the Survey Corps logos. And then, or emblem, I guess is a better word. Again, the omnidirectional tool wasn't on Armin, but I guess he wasn't in his battle pose. But yeah, when I say pose, the way he's got the swords in that typical Levi manner, really, really cool. You know, really enjoying these figures. Again, the hair on him's really, really good. Yeah, guys, I keep saying cool, awesome. Let me say awesome because that's what this figure is. And speaking of awesome, that is the perfect word to describe this figure. Look how awesome that is, guys. The Colossal Titan with his one hand there on Wall Maria. I think it's Wall Maria, right? I think Wall Maria was the outer wall again. It's been a little while since I saw the early days of Attack on Titan. You even got the emblem right there at the bottom, if you guys can make that out. I love how there's some, you know, damage there on the wall as he's up there grabbing onto it. That is pretty cool. And as we go around, you guys can then see what he's doing. He's actually about to kick the door in like he does in that very first episode of the show. You've even got a little bit of detail there on the back of the wall. You can't really see it too much, but then you've got the steam coming out of the Colossal Titan as well. Very, very cool. If I was nitpicking, I would maybe say it looks a little bit too pink. Maybe could have done with being, you know, like a darker pink or even a shade of red, but that really is just nitpicking. It's a very, very cool figure. I love how they've done the design. You know, it's one of those though that I kind of feel you can appreciate it from both both sides, so that's what makes it really cool. You can kind of change the display a little bit almost. And again, on the face, he kind of looks happy, but you know, it's the teeth and everything makes it look a bit menacing, so it's still, you know, really cool, really awesome. Like I said, you know, I'm really happy to have picked these up. Can't wait till the Mikasa comes in to check that out. And yeah, I definitely think my wallet will be taking a pounding with some more Youtooz in the future. And on that note, I really hope they make more Attack on Titan Youtooz. There's endless possibilities. We're clamoring for more Funko Pops as well, so I am also clamoring for more AOT Youtooz. You know, when you think about it, you know, we've got the female Titan, Armored Titan, we've got Aeron's Titan, you've got so many other characters, you know, Sasha, Connie. It's endless who you could really go with. Well, I say endless, but there's enough really cool characters that you could make in Youtooz, and Funko Pops as well, which I kind of discussed in my Attack on Titan Funko Pop special that I did a few months back. Be sure to check that video out if you haven't already, guys. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. First and foremost, thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me here on the Geek Lounge. It is very much appreciated, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If so, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Drop some comments below. Do you guys like Youtooz? You know, did you enjoy what I picked up today? Which one was your favorite? And also let me know in the comment section below, would you like to see more Youtooz content here on the channel? As always, if you are enjoying the content, make sure you hit, click, smash that subscribe button and enable those notifications so you don't miss out on any future videos. Guys, thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Peace out, nerds!